streaming everywhere on the Odyssey app.
Well, they were staring at a possible 3-1 deficit in these finals. And again, trailing here in the fourth quarter. But they get another road win. They have not been a great road team in these playoffs. They were 3-5 coming into this one. But they always seem to find a way to win one. And this will be now 27 consecutive series with at least one win on the road. That's an NBA record.
Truly phenomenal, Mike.
The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece as the brilliance of Steph Curry on full display here in Boston. In a city where there have been so many NBA championships, so many memorable finals games, Steph Curry with an incredible performance.
KJ and Dondero, WEEI. Good Sunday morning to you. And Mark, I got to tell you, at the end of that broadcast, it almost was kind of like the version of, well, I guess 18 isn't going to go up after what Steph Curry did in that 107-97 defeat where the Celtics, and this is what's great about the NBA, is that here we are talking about a series that's 2-2, right? But it feels like it's over in some regards. Do you think that the Celtics can win 2 out of the next 3?
Hell yes. Are you serious? What's over? That the Golden State Warriors are going to win the series over?
Here's why I think. I think it was the Celtics had a better chance of winning the series, getting the away game earlier in the season, earlier in the series. I don't see them winning 2 games, including one of them Game 7 in Golden State. It's almost like they have to win Game 5 because I could not see them winning Game 7 as the other road game that they've got to win. I just don't see it.
No, good. I see it. I mean, I think, so let me be clear about this. I think the Celtics could win games 5 and 6. I think the Celtics could win games 5 and 7. I think the Celtics could win games 6 and 7. Like, I just think they could still win this series in a variety of different ways.
You think if the Celtics go down 3-2, you think they could win 6 and 7 at this point? The way after what you saw the other night?
What did I see the other night? Yeah, they were abysmal down the stretch of the fourth quarter, and it was inexcusable and completely and utterly disgusting. But I've seen utterly and completely disgusting before during these playoffs.
Well, but this is the finals, right? This is
so what?
This is everything. Everything. It was up. Okay, before it was like to get to everything, but this is the end. You're at final boss, if you will, right? Like you don't get credits. You're done. You have to make decisions, and obviously the big thing about what happened the other night is Jason Tatum going 8 for 23. I think it's just a bit of unfairness that look, after the hustle play, the Celtics went on like a 10-0 run. So I know people are going to want to put it in his lap, but I think Steph Curry literally rope-a-doped this team into trying to do what he does best, and nobody can drop threes like Steph Curry. And that's where the Celtics lost the game. They were trying to go 3 for 3 with Steph Curry, and it's never going to work.
Jason Tatum, well, first of all, let me just address your opening point. Yes, the Celtics can win this series. Yes, they can come back and win games on the road. What do you want me to... I mean, they've proven they can do anything that they still have to do. They can win 2 in a row. They can win on the road. They can win Game 7 on the road. They can win and close it out at home. They've done all of it. I still think they're the better team. I mean, they got punked. Curry beat them almost by himself the other day.
And that should not happen when you're that strong of a defensive team. It should not. You've not seen any. Maybe the Jimmy Butler Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals, where he put a whole team on his back, and that still was kind of like it still doesn't compare to what Steph Curry did, because Steph is in his mid-30s. He's a perimeter player, and you're figuring like, wait a minute. If we let him do what he needs to do, there should be no reason why the Warriors should win a game. It really came down to the offensive rebounding. That if you got Wiggins in there who's getting just an insane amount of rebounds and putbacks, those are the bigger issues that worry me more so than Steph Curry going off. So again, I think that I would actually have to change. Like, if I think the Celtics were to win it, they would win it in 6, because I could not see them winning a 7th game in San Francisco. I just can't see it right now.
That's fine. I'm just telling you that is on the table. That's not an impossibility. They could do that. Would I feel great about that scenario? Of course not. How could you never feel great about a team trying to go on the road and win a Game 7, but don't sit there and tell me they couldn't do it. It's impossible. If you want a reason why I'm a little bit concerned, okay, a fair reason, tell me, KJ, when was Jason Tatum's last signature moment, signature game? When, if you think about the playoffs.
He hasn't had one this series.
When was his last one? That's what I want to know.
Oh, gosh.
Exactly.
Maybe,
exactly.
Right. Like, I'd almost have
Game
to go almost
6
back
against
to
the Bucks.
Game 6 against the Bucks.
Right, but for
That's
me, mentally,
probably the answer.
Right, but for me, and I guess getting to what you're saying is, that doesn't matter because I'm only looking at this series. So the answer is, hey, Jason Tatum has not had a signature moment because all the other stuff now does not matter.
This is why I got annoyed at the people after, I think it was Game 1 in this series. When was the game that Tatum had 13 assists? That was Game 1 of the finals,
First
right?
game.
This is why I got annoyed with the people that tried to tell me that Jason Tatum was at his best and he was really doing a good job.
You're talking about me because I said I would rather see Jason Tatum with a higher assist total because there's a better chance for the team to get the win. I don't need to see Jason Tatum dropping 37 and have 4 assists and the team loses by 8.
Okay,
10.
that's fair. Okay, fine. I'm talking about you. I don't want when Jason Tatum is
You used the
not
plural
scoring. Well, there were people on Twitter coming at me too.
they
When
don't
Jason Tatum is scoring, that is when the Celtics are at their best. Why? Because in the NBA Finals, say, when the games are close down the stretch, sometimes it's just not going well, and you need your best player and usually your best offensive player to be a dude. You just need him to help overcome whatever whatever misgivings are going on around you. You just need him there to overcome it. And when it was like that for the Celtics down the stretch, 7:32, and they score 6 points in 7 minutes and 32 seconds, that should never happen. Okay, Jason Tatum, the level he got to during that fourth quarter in Game 4 should never happen. That's why I was so upset after that game. Not because Tatum couldn't put the team on his back and will them to a victory in Game 4 and outduel Curry. That's hard to do. I'm not going to crush him for that. But the fact that he was at such a low level, that was absolutely unacceptable. And by the end of that game, I was sitting there just hoping he could get off a decent look. Like, scoring wasn't even really a thought. It was just, can he not lose the ball?
Maybe the stinger is more real than it is in the past. Maybe that stinger is bothering.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if you want to get a legitimate concern out of me, now, do I think he's gone? He's not going to produce the rest of this series? No, I think he's going to find a way to step up. But, I mean, when was his last signature moment?
But
here's
the
like
thing.
Nick said, it was like Game 6 of the Bucks. It wasn't in the Heat series. It hasn't been in this series.
So why wouldn't a bigger concern be Golden State beating you on offensive rebounds when they are clearly undersized? If there's one thing that you could say the Warriors do not have that the Celtics have, is interior presence. And if you're putting back shots, you're going to miss shots. You're going to have games where you go 8 for 23. Even that first game, Tatum didn't have a great shooting game, but they won. But it's those little small intangibles where there's no way that Golden State should be able to compete with you on the offensive glass. And you've heard me say before that, clearly that people think that Jason Tatum's the MVP of the team, but I say that Robert Williams is the most important player on this team. You see where Robert Williams completely alters anything that Golden State wants to do in the paint. And the time the game starts going on, that those things should not be happening towards the end of the game where crucial putbacks are going to determine whether you hold a team to one possession. Look, here's Marcus Smart talking about getting Tatum back to speed with this slump that's going on.
Jason's struggling to find his rhythm in this series. Do you guys, Marcus, are you talking to him, or is there anything you're saying to him?
Yeah, we all are. We just constantly, let him know, keep going. This isn't your first time being in a slump. It won't be the last time. You got to figure it out. We trust you. We believe in you. And this is what you're made for, and Jason has to figure it out. We have to do a good job of helping him, but, him being the player he is, these are the moments where he has to come alive and he has to figure it out, and he will. We don't know when that is, but we're sure it's going to happen soon, and we're ready for it, and we're here to back him up.
He's running out of time.
KJ and Dondero join the conversation, 617-779-7937, text line 37937. But look, Marcus Smart's just saying you're going to have bad nights. Again, I wouldn't say the night didn't really get bad until really the fourth quarter, right? Like after three quarters, you would say, okay, they didn't have a third quarter collapse. That was issue number one. And then two, it's like, okay, you knew this was going to be a dogfight. You've got Golden State kind of where you want to play defense. You cannot give up the second chance shots. That's what I take away more, right? If you're going to tell me that Jason Tatum hasn't been showing up, then I would say, look, that dive on the floor pretty much kind of changed the attitude of the Celtics for a while until Steph Curry, revealed that he's Jesus Christ himself wearing a 30 jersey. But that's why I find it hard to pin it on Tatum so much when the intangibles are what lost this game. It just all the putbacks and the
Wiggins
rebounds.
and Curry had 25 rebounds. I mean, that can't happen.
Right. If they only had 12 rebounds, the Celtics win this game by 8.
But the loss was on Jason Tatum.
No.
Yes, it was. The
loss is on the defensive presence that disappeared in the fourth quarter when it came to the putbacks and the rebounding. Look, the easy answer is Jason Tatum going 8 for 23. That's the reason why they missed. He wasn't the only one chucking up threes towards the end of the game. So if you're doing that,
it was more than that. Okay, he had no confidence in anything he was doing offensively. He was throwing up bricks. He was turning the ball over. It was a complete and utter disaster. He was a mess. He was lost. You should never get to that low level if you're Jason Tatum. You're too good. He's the reason they lost that game. You heard Marcus Smart. I'm going to tell you another thing. When it comes down to at the end of games, and I think we saw this in Game 7 against the Heat.
The Warriors had 55 rebounds, the Celtics 42.
The DNA, that's the thing.
Tatum missed 15 shots. There you go.
That's going to happen.
He's going to miss 15 shots. He probably, what did he miss? 12 shots in game one?
You're not. The point of a superstar, KJ, is to help your team overcome things when they happen, when they don't go your way.
Wait. Are we trying? Is the team trying to win a championship or crown a superstar? Which is happening here?
You're trying
to win a championship. So whatever has to be done to win 4 games is all that matters. If it means that Jason Tatum stinks it up, that means that somebody else wins the MVP award. That's the narrative with Steph Curry, right? He's never won a Finals MVP award, but guess what? His team won the Finals. That's the idea.
But I'm just saying, sometimes things aren't going well. Things don't go well, whether it's you're giving up a lot of rebounds or offensive rebounds, whether the other star and the other team is on fire and the game plan you put in play maybe isn't working the way you had hoped, or a guy on your team, a key player, got into foul trouble. That's what the superstar is there for, to help you overcome unforeseen circumstances that aren't helping you get the win. The superstar is then supposed to rise up because of his elite talent and skill and help you, even though things went against you. He's supposed to help lead you to the win because he's that special. That's what I need from Tatum, and that's what Curry did, and that's not what Tatum did, and that's why they lost Game 4. That's why I put it most on Tatum. I get it. They got to rebound better. But those things are going to happen. Sometimes Marcus Smart isn't going to shoot well, or Al Horford. The superstar's job is to rise up in those big moments and help you win when you have no business winning. That's what the special players do.
So we're really looking for the highlight reel more so than we are looking for the championship. Am I clear on that? We'd rather see Jason Tatum drop 40, and there still may be a loss, but at least he dropped 40. Or does it matter that, you know what, they got the W? And you don't get W's when you get out-rebounded by 13 by a bunch of Lilliputians. That's where the loss was. Yes, turnovers were involved as well. But if you've got 3 guys in double figures for the Warriors in rebounds, that is the problem. 617-779-7937, text line 37937. KJ and Dondero, we want to get, is this on Tatum? I'm not going to hold that flag. I'm not going to say it's totally on Tatum. Yeah, there's a disappointment of not seeing a superstar not being able to make some, Gatorade-esque type commercial moves and plays and points. But look, do you want the 18th banner? A win is a win. A win is a win.